and you watch me how I interacted with your child and your child loves me. Please let her babysit me. That's who I want. And you say, Stephanie, your references are good. My child loves you. I'm going to hire you to babysit them. When can you start? And I say immediately. And as I'm walking out the door, I feel a little guilty because there's something you don't know about me. So I turn around and I tell you, hey, look, I just want to tell you something. 2 days ago, I used meth. And I used meth probably like 2 days ago, but you.
Welcome to the bench of justice.
Court is calling 2022 CR 5698, State of Texas versus Armando Garcia. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ryan Grimmer for the state of Texas.
For the defense?
Daniel Rodriguez on behalf of Mr. Garcia.
Are you Armando Garcia? Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Garcia? Yes, one moment. I'm showing you what's entitled application for community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Judge.
Mr. Garcia, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendant's waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand you're charged with felon in possession of a firearm? That's a third-degree felony, state. The range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights? Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Mr. Garcia, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand the state is asking that your punishment be assessed at 2 years in the prison, $500 fine probated? There's no application for deferred adjudication and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
Yes.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Judge. However, we do have an additional condition that we also are TICing a misdemeanor out of the same incident under cause number 677470 out of County Court 5.
All right, did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, that's the plea bargain agreement? State?
It is, Judge.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There'll be a top evaluation and 100 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Fine.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Judge. State would offer state's exhibit number 1.
No objection.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Please, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we asked you to follow the plea bargain. We also asked you to follow the state's recommendations as well, Your Honor. This is a case where, although Mr. Garcia is a felon and didn't have the legal right to possess or use a firearm, he was doing so in order to protect his homestead. So we just asked you to take that into consideration and grant him the 2 years probation.
All right, Mr. Garcia, you are going to be drug tested today. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
It's gonna be kind of really dirty.
All right, you need to speak up. What is it going to be dirty for?
I'm methamphetamine.
All right. Now, when's the last time you used?
Two nights ago,
Okay, how often are you using?
I was using like twice a day. Not every day, but like every other day.
Here's the thing, you shouldn't have custody of your child. And when I say have custody of your child, I mean, you shouldn't be the sole person being responsible for them because you're positive for meth. You understand that? So you're gonna have to clean up your act. You're looking at me frowning when I say that.
No, because I'm listening to what you're saying, but I'm over here like I take care of my son and I know what goes on around here and what he's doing, what, you know what I mean? Like,
Let me ask you a question. If you needed a babysitter for your child, I'm assuming you love your child, right? Do you love your child?
Ma'am.
Would you walk through fire for your child?
it's not,
Would you do everything you could to protect your child?
it's not.
All right, let's say you need a babysitter for your child. And you asked me to babysit your child. And you did a background check. I gave you references. Maybe I babysit children for Dan or Ryan. And they're like, oh, Stephanie Boyd is a great babysitter. She's the Black Mary Poppins. You will love her. You test me out with your child. And you watch me how I interacted with your child and your child loves me. Please let her babysit me. That's who I want. And you say, Stephanie, your references are good. My child loves you. I'm going to hire you to babysit them. When can you start? And I say immediately. And as I'm walking out the door, I feel a little guilty because there's something you don't know about me. So I turn around and I tell you, hey, look, I just want to tell you something. 2 days ago, I used meth. And I used meth probably like 2 days ago, but you saw me with your son. You know I'm present. Are you still going to hire me as your son's babysitter? Tell the truth and shame the devil.
I see what you're saying.
You're not going to hire me, right? So that's what you're doing right now. You're babysitting your child, and we're going to have to work on that. You understand? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you employed?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
I just lost my job like 2.5 weeks ago. I was working at J. Anthony's.
Mhm.
I'm just going through a lot of harassment right now with my ex, and it's hard to do a lot of things without causing.
All right. Well, we choose the people we're in a relationship with, right? So this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to ask for proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation. I want a referral to felony drug court, and you need to not play games with felony drug court. And you need to let them know how often you're using meth. You understand? I'm going to want field visits 4 times per month. And probation, please check on his child. I mean, this is not CPS court, so I can't have your child removed from you, but somebody needs to check on your child. I'm going to want parenting classes with compadre y compadre. I'm going to want 100 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to get that, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. The remaining hours will be waived once you complete parenting classes. I'm going to want the UA hotline. And I'm going to want reporting 2 times per month until further notice. And the UA hotline is until further notice. And felony drug court should be able to get in touch with you by Monday. All right, do you understand? Probation, is there anything else that he needs? Is there anything else that you need from me in order to be successful in this probation? Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, then you need to speak to your attorney. Do you understand? And I'm sorry, probation, there's one other thing that needs to be added to that, to his conditions. One other thing that's going to be added after today, there's not to be any unsupervised contact with minors until he tests negative. So until you test negative after today, there's not to be any unsupervised contact with minors until you test negative. You understand? With minors, people who are underage.
What does underage have to do anything with my case?
Because you're going to test positive for meth. You use meth. And right now I'm being told that you're taking care of a 10-year-old.
He's my son.
She's saying, start testing.
I don't, but it wasn't my choice to have him today. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I said, after today, there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. You can still see your son. And whether or not you see your son on your own without supervision depends completely on you. That means that you've got to stop using meth. Do you understand? If you are in Child Protective Services court right now, you know what they would do? They would have CPS worker go and pick up your son, because right now you are not an appropriate caregiver for him. Do you understand? And that's all on you. That's your fault. That's not your son's fault. You understand? All right, do better. Can I see his file? What's one? Yes.
In the state of Texas versus Armando Garcia, the defendant appeared before Judge Stephanie Boyd to enter a plea bargain for the charge of felon in possession of a firearm, a third-degree felony. The legal proceedings began with the court confirming that Garcia and his counsel had reviewed all discovery and signed the necessary admonishments. Under the terms of the agreement, Garcia pleaded guilty in exchange for 2 years of community supervision and a $500 fine, avoiding a potential prison sentence of up to 10 years. The atmosphere of the hearing shifted dramatically during the sentencing phase when Judge Boyd questioned Garcia about a pending drug test. Garcia admitted he would test positive for methamphetamine, stating he used the drug twice a day. This revelation prompted a stern lecture from Judge Boyd regarding his responsibilities as a father. Using a poignant analogy about hiring a babysitter, the judge forced Garcia to admit that no rational parent would leave their child with someone using meth. She emphasized that by using illegal substances while caring for his 10-year-old son, he was failing as a caregiver and placing the child at risk. Consequently, the judge imposed strict conditions on his probation to ensure the child's safety. These included 4 field visits per month by probation officers, parenting classes, a referral to felony drug court, and a requirement to find employment within 30 days. Most notably, Judge Boyd ordered that Garcia have no unsupervised contact with minors, including his own son, until he provides a clean drug test. She made it clear that while she does not preside over CPS court, his right to be alone with his child now depends entirely on his ability to get sober. The case serves as a blunt reminder of the intersection between criminal conduct and parental accountability.